Today I have with me Dr. Justin Liontini. Welcome, Justin. So how did you convert those 3 hours worth of lectures into the online environment? What did you do?
Yeah, so basically, I guess a mix of what we're now referring to as synchronous and asynchronous delivery. So, so my 3 hours of lectures, I already had organized into basically 3 blocks, which I managed to get with a little bit of organization and trimming. I got those down from, instead of 3 1-hour sessions, down to 3 35 to 40-minute sessions, which I could then, so basically then I could give students the equivalent of hours of pre-recorded material, and I left the last hour that was scheduled in their timetable as a synchronous, basically revision session. So students could drop in to a Collaborate Ultra session. I would review the material that I had covered in the recorded lectures previously, and just do a Q&A session for students to ask whatever they want.
The other part, a big part of engineering, is having labs. So I know you have, weekly labs. And I just wanted to know, because they have to come on campus and engage with material. So how have you managed to convert that to the online space?
The fact that students just couldn't physically be in the lab, we went and did, again, similar to the lectures, I guess, we did pre-recorded videos. So we did pre-recorded video effectively of myself and the demonstrator, me narrating what the lab was about, what the whole point was, what we were trying to explain, what the apparatus was that we were using, what the measurements were that we would intend to take, and really trying to focus, even the camera doing a couple of inset shots to show close up what we were trying to measure. The aim for all of that was to keep that essence of the idea of getting students to compare what they can learn in theory and what they will be able to measure or see in practice. So, where are the shortcomings in the theory?
One of the other things that students really enjoy about your unit is they talk about your instructions are really clear and really well communicated. So obviously that's coming through in terms of, how you've designed your labs, but what else are you doing to get such a response from our students?
We're basically just kept informed of the process as I was going. So I just made a simple table that I put that right on the front page of the Canvas site, so that when they first logged in, it basically just had each activity listed, and in a column of synchronous delivery, so what activities you'd be doing synchronously, and in a column of asynchronous, what we're doing asynchronously, and trying to show them that they wouldn't be missing anything if they weren't able, for technical reasons, to access the synchronous activity, that there'd still be plenty of options asynchronously.
That's good. So that was obviously laid out really nice and clear. So Justin, to wrap up the interview, if you were to give academics 1 or 2 tips in running their units online, what would be one or two of your tips that you would give them?
Yeah. So well, I think it is around that communication. Just keep students informed of what's going on. Like they're fairly forgiving if they know why decisions and why things are happening the way that they are. I think the students are pretty good. And I think also just that idea, be prepared to be flexible. Try some things out. In a way, it's actually a kind of nice time. You can experiment with some things. And if it's, but if it's not working, then listen to that and try to adapt. Don't preempt or assume the way you think students will engage with you. That was a surprise to me. I thought they'd be really into the synchronous activity, and actually the things they're getting the most out of are the asynchronous delivery modes. So
thank you so much, Justin, for giving up your time to talk to us about your second year fluid dynamics unit. I really appreciate it, and I hope all the viewers that are watching this appreciate the effort and the strategies and approach that you've taken to get really good feedback from the students.